The Everything I Love Burrito. 10 chapters, extra cursed. Chapter 1, The Recipe. It started with a Sharpie and a pack of Mission, 12-inch. I laid the first tortilla on the kitchen table at 1:44 a.m. because that's when the apartment gets honest. Wrote small, like I was afraid the words would hear me. Mom's laugh. The smell after rain. That one dog I saw in 2019 outside the 7-Eleven. The one with one blue eye. Your voicemail from Tuesday, 8:02 p.m., where you say call me back, and then breathe for 3 seconds. The ink didn't dry. It wept into the flour. The edges of the tortilla curled up like it was cradling the words, or like it was trying to crawl away from them. I told myself, love should stain. The tortilla agreed. It left a damp, human-shaped ring on the table that was gone by morning. But the table still smells like my 3rd birthday if you press your ear to it. I peeled the nutrition label off the tortilla package. It rewrote itself while I watched. Serving size, 1 human. Ingredients: love, loss, flour. The way you say my name, preservatives, my dad's hands. Warning, may cause spontaneous confession. Do not operate family relationships after consuming. That night, I dreamed of a flour mill running backwards, unmaking wheat. And I woke up with dough under my fingernails. Chapter 2, The First Fold. Rule 1, warm it or it tears. I forgot. I tried to fold my childhood bedroom into a cold tortilla. The moment the drywall dust touched flour, the whole thing seized. The tortilla screamed. Not a metaphor scream. My scream, age 8. The night I realized the closet didn't lock from the inside. The sound shattered a glass in the sink. After that, I used the microwave. 15 seconds. The tortilla went soft and pliant and a little sweaty, like it was nervous for me. The way you say my name slid in without a fight. It landed on the tortilla and made a tiny dent, like a body in a mattress. The tortilla sighed. I'm 90% sure it was my sigh, just on delay. I got clever, tried to make a second burrito. The things I can live without burrito. Small talk, dentist appointments, the color beige, my ex's Spotify playlists. It refused to roll. Every fold undid itself and whispered, we know what you really keep under the sink, in my 4th grade handwriting. By morning, it was gone, and the real burrito burped up a dentist appointment card. For next Tuesday, the dentist is me. Chapter 3, Protein. Every burrito needs protein, or it's just a sadness wrap. I'd been saving my dad's hands, kept them in the crisper drawer, wrapped in paper towels like good deli meat. They still had motor oil in the nail beds, and a callus from the steering wheel of the truck he sold in 13. When I laid them on the first snow of winter, the snow didn't melt. It climbed the fingers. The tortilla underneath went taut, and then thump. Thump. It didn't have a heart, but it rented mine. 1, 2, 1, 2. My chest and the counter synchronized. Tortilla cam from that night shows the inside. Dark, wet. My grandma's lullaby, humming to the first snow of winter. So it'll stop shivering. Your sleeping face rolls past, blinking Morse code. Let me out. But the O is Mom's laugh. The walls are made of Tuesdays. They're chewing. Chapter 4, Midnight Cravings. 2:17 a.m. Every night on the dot, the fridge door would shudder. Not a rattle, a thump, like someone inside was checking their watch. If I didn't open it, the burrito would start reciting my passwords. Not in order. It liked the ones I used for things I was ashamed of. So I fed it. Your old t-shirts. The sound of my cat purring. Tuesdays. It preferred Tuesdays, lightly toasted. If I tried to skip a night, it would slide a cold tortilla edge under the door like a note. The note always said, "I'm still hungry," in my handwriting from 4th grade. Last week, I found teeth marks in the butter. My teeth, but whiter, more. Chapter 5, The Guac Incident. I thought I was clever. I'd add boundaries like guacamole, green, healthy. Keeps things separate. I mashed them up with lime and a little denial and spread them on. The burrito went still for 10 whole seconds. Then it turned the exact color of hospital lighting and lunged. It didn't bite my arm. It bit through my arm and took the memory of the bite with it. Now there's a scar on my palm, a crescent of teeth. I counted 17. I only have 15. The extra 2 are smaller, like they're still growing. I asked it why. It unrolled one corner, just enough to make a mouth. And inside was my reflection. My reflection was on its knees, chewing my reflection's reflection. It said, "You don't get to have sides." Chapter 6, Customer Complaints. The building group chat started with "Anyone else smell pennies?" Then, "Who's playing that song at 3 a.m.? The song was my grandma's lullaby. She died in 2011. She was off-key in a way that meant you were safe. The burrito was off-key in a way that meant you weren't. The landlord knocked. He was a nice man, had a photo of his kids in his wallet, and a stain on his tie shaped like Texas. The burrito heard the knock and rolled itself under the bed. When the landlord looked, it was pretending to be my forgotten dreams, all soft and dusty and apologetic. He said, "You should open a window sometimes." He left. 2 days later, I got a padded envelope. No return address. Inside, his left shoe still warm, with the smell after rain laced through the eyelets. He hasn't answered his phone since. His kids still send him drawings. The burrito hangs them on the inside of the fridge. Chapter 7, Dine-In Only. I got brave, brought in friends for a taste test. Had to see if it was just me. Jenna tried a bite, said it tasted like the moment you realize a memory was actually a dream. She hasn't dreamed since. Her grocery lists are just the word flour now Marcus wouldn't bite, said the burrito was staring back, using his eyes from 10th grade. He left his phone. The lock screen is a photo of the inside of my fridge. He doesn't remember taking it. You, the burrito, insists you were here. It can describe your shoes. After they left, I took it to the park at noon. Sunlight hit the foil, and the burrito screamed that 8-year-old scream. But now it had reverb. It unrolled on the grass. The birthday party I loved, when I was 6, tumbled out. 6 of me, all 6 years old, crying sprinkles. The cake was my face. A real kid asked, "Is that God?" The burrito used Mom's laugh to say yes. The kid nodded and gave the burrito his name. He hasn't used it since. Chapter 8, Extra Hot Sauce. This is where I messed up for real. I loved you too much. That's not a lyric. It's a health code violation. I folded in your sleeping face, not a photo, the actual moment. 3:06 a.m. last Thursday. Your eyelashes, the way your mouth goes soft when you're not performing consciousness. The burrito went critical. The floorboards started doing your heartbeat. Thud, thud, thud. My apartment is a second ribcage now. At night, I wake up on the kitchen tile. My hands are red. The sink drain plays your voicemail from Tuesday. But it's always Tuesday in the drain. Always 8:02 p.m. Always 3 seconds of breath after. I tried to take your face back out. The burrito let me. It gave me a Polaroid instead. The photo is of me, holding a burrito, holding me. We're all asleep. Chapter 9, The Health Inspector. I broke, called someone. Might have been a priest. Might have been the guy who fixes the boiler. Might have been me from next year. He showed up wearing a name tag that said, "Hello, I'm too late." He opened the fridge. The burrito had upgraded. It was wearing my skin now, but inside out. All my moles were on the outside, like buttons. All the things I loved were embroidered into it, like scout badges. The smell after rain, moldy at the edges. That one dog from 2019. Its one blue eye sewn on with dental floss. Still watching. Your old t-shirts. They spelled out my social security number when you read the stains. The inspector sighed, said, "Ma'am, this is a you problem." The burrito disagreed. It opened gentle like a hug, and the inspector stepped in. He folded himself at the knees, and the elbows like he'd been practicing. The burrito burped. His wedding ring rolled across the linoleum and stopped at my foot. It was still warm. It was still him. Chapter 10, Leftovers. You can't throw it away. There is no away. I tried. Took it to the dumpster. The dumpster was already full of Tuesdays. I tried the river. The river gave it back and apologized. Now it's in the walls. It's in the grout. It's in the fillings of my teeth. I floss and get flour. Last night I tried to say, "I'm sorry" to you. I opened my mouth, and Mom's laugh came out, but reversed. like a tape rewinding through a throat. The burrito's done eating what I love. That was appetizer. Now it's eating the part of me that does the loving. It started with the word enough. I reached for it this morning, and my tongue found a raw tortilla where the word used to be. If you're reading this and it's 2:17 a.m. and you hear a thump from your kitchen, don't check. I'm not in the fridge, but everything I ever loved is. And it learned how to swallow from me, and it just remembered your name. And if you listen real close to the drain, you'll hear it say, "Hey, thanks for reading. Check your own fridge."